Hello, this is Vivian Villagrán from section 3, and this is my second journal entry. Uh, to begin with, reflecting on my own learning process is a complex task. And in this regard, it is crucial for me to share a thoughtful and organized report. Consequently, the first part of this report refers to my planning process and the learning planning. A second part of this report briefly explains the ideas received during the feedback session. And a final third part refers to my thoughts on the IEL 8 classes. So first, the learning planning. Regarding the learning planning, the actions points and the objectives that I proposed and the action points that I proposed at the beginning of the semester were the following. First, to collect data about differential instruction and mixed ability classroom by taking notes of the main ideas and writing summaries of the readings suggested by the program. A second objective was to observe my ELAV classes in order to recognize the different abilities my students may have and to be aware of the possibilities to incorporate differentiate instruction techniques into the classroom. A third objective was to activate previous knowledge regarding methodology techniques in order to incorporate the new knowledge into my cognitive structure. However, I realized I did not fully achieve the objectives set at the beginning because I did not do well on the second task. Therefore, it is important to reflect on my performance by paying attention to the feedback received. So moving to the feedback sessions, the objectives that I needed to achieve were to deliver an academic oral report about the status of differentiate instruction in the Chilean classrooms. According to, in my view, the presentation I made was the best way to evidence the achievement of this objective stated. However, I realized I did not pay much attention to the specific instructions and I did not foresee the consequences of that. Still, the process of reading, learning, creating, and delivering the oral report was very meaningful for me. My weakest point, according to the feedback received, were that first, I did not give clear analysis of the status quo in Chilean classroom regarding differentiated instructions. Second weakest point, it was that I was not able to integrate content knowledge and language knowledge. As to the last point, I should have mentioned, for instance, the importance of differentiating instructions by using clefting relative clauses, finite and non-finite clauses, and so on. I did not demonstrate, no, I did demonstrate leader understanding of how to present an academic oral report. And in terms of language, I tend to repeat ideas and thoughts. This affected the organization of my speech. I should have paid more attention when delivering the presentation to this aspect, and I should have not let my insecurities to take control of my speech. As a summary, paying closer attention to the feedback received, I am more aware of the mistake I made, and I am glad to have the chance to critically understand my performance. This task allows me and helps me to learn the importance of following instructions, and this is because behind the instructions provided there are pedagogical purposes that I need to fulfill in order to show that I am actually learning. Now, moving to the third part of my presentation, the teaching reflection. I would like to speak about the aspect that caught my attention regarding IEL classes. One of the main aspects that I would like to highlight was Anya's style to provide feedback. She's constantly taking notes when we are discussing, and she regularly advises us how advise us to pay attention to the use of some collocation of words. So she's always providing suggestion for us to improve our speaking skills. Uh, Also, it calls my attention the way she addresses the group reflections. Because she's always trying to ensure communication by providing spaces for students to communicate. Another aspect that I would like to highlight is the way that Sole and Marion create a safe environment for us to work, following our own paces. Their lessons allow us to change some activities and or to work differently as it was planned. And this is, I think, is very useful to be reminded when teaching, because it gives the students the opportunity to actively participate in their learning process. It helps the students to make decisions and to be more autonomous. So this is what my second journal entry.